Good day, sir. In this video, we're going to discuss about cyberbullying, the impact, and plan strategies that we create. Cyberbullying is a significant issue due to its widespread prevalence and the severe psychological and social consequences it can have on victims. Research shows that cyberbullying affects a substantial portion of young people, with studies indicating that over half of the teenagers have experienced cyberbullying in some form. The pervasiveness of the internet and social media platforms has made cyberbullying a ubiquitous threat, with victims often facing relentless harassment and abuse online. Moreover, cyberbullying can have lasting negative impact on victims' mental health, social well-being, and academic performance. Victims often experience anxiety, depression, low self-esteem, and social isolation. The public nature of online harassment can also lead to reputational damage and social ostracization, further exacerbating the emotional distress experienced by victims. The impacts of cyberbullying. Psychological impacts. Increased anxiety and depression. Cyberbullying can trigger feelings of fear, anxiety, and depression in victims. The constant harassment and threats can lead to a sense of helplessness and hopelessness, impacting their overall mental well-being. Low esteem and body image issues. Cyberbullying often targets victims' appearance, personality, or social status, leading to a decline in self-esteem and negative body image. The constant criticism and ridicule can erode victims' confidence and make them feel inadequate. Social isolation and withdrawal. Victims of cyberbullying may withdraw from social interaction due to fear of further harassment or ridicule. They may avoid online platforms or limits their communication with peers, leading to a social isolation and loneliness. Societal thoughts and behavior. In severe cases, cyberbullying can contribute to societal thoughts and behavior. The relentless harassment and feeling of being trapped can overwhelm victims, leading to extreme measures.
Social impacts. Damaged reputation and social ostracization. Cyberbullying can spread quickly online, damaging victims' reputations and leading to social ostracization. The public nature of online harassment can make it difficult for victims to regain their social standing, even after bullying stops. Strained relationships with family and friends. Cyberbullying can strain relationships with family and friends. Victims may be reluctant to confide in others due to shame or fear of judgment. This can lead to communication breakdowns and sense of isolation. Impact on academic performance. Cyberbullying can significantly impact victims' academic performance. The emotional distress and anxiety isolated with cyberbullying can make it difficult for victims to concentrate in class, leading to lower grades and decreased motivation. Legal impacts. Cyberbullying laws. While laws against cyberbullying vary by jurisdiction, many countries have implemented legislation to address this issue. These laws may criminalize certain forms of online harassment, including threats, intimidation, and the distribution of harmful content. Reporting and investigation. Victims of cyberbullying can report the incident to law enforcement or school authorities. However, investigating and prosecuting cyberbullying cases can be challenging due to the digital nature of the evidence and the difficulty in identifying. Civil lawsuits. Victims may also have grounds to pursue civil lawsuits against cyberbully seeking damages and emotional distress, reputational harm, and other losses.
Existing support services and gaps. There are a number of existing support services available to victims of cyberbullying, including hotlines and crisis centers. Organizations like the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline and the Crisis Text Hotline provide confidential support and resources of victims experiencing emotional distress related to cyberbullying. School counseling services. Many schools have counselors available to provide support and guidance to students who are experiencing cyberbullying. These counselors can help victims develop coping mechanisms, navigate the reporting process, and access other resources. Online resources. Websites and social media groups dedicated to cyberbullying awareness and support can provide information, advice, and a sense of community for victims. However, there are also significant gaps in current victim support systems. Lack of awareness and training. Many educators, parents, and community members lack adequate awareness and training on cyberbullying, making it difficult to identify and address the issue effectively. Limited resources and funding. Many support services for cyberbullying. Victims are underfunded and understaffed, limiting their ability to provide comprehensive and timely assistance. Challenges in reporting and investigation. The digital nature of cyberbullying poses challenges for reporting and investigation, making it difficult to gather evidence and hold perpetrators accountable. Stigma and fear of retaliation. Victims may hesitate to report cyberbullying due to fear of retaliation or social stigma. This can prevent them from seeking the help they need. Comprehensive support plan for cyberbullying victims. This plan addresses the immediate, short-term, and long-term needs of cyberbullying victims, aiming to provide comprehensive support and empower them to heal and thrive. Immediate support. Crisis intervention. Provide immediate support and resources for victims experiencing emotional distress, including hotlines, text lines, and online chat services. Safety planning. Help victims develop safety plans to minimize their exposure to further harassment, including blocking perpetrators, changing privacy settings, and reporting abusive content. Evidence preservation. Guide victims on how to preserve evidence of cyberbullying, such as screenshots, emails, and social media posts for potential legal action.
Short-term support, counseling and therapy. Offer individual and group counseling to help victims process their experiences, develop coping mechanisms, and build resilience. Peer support groups create safe spaces for victims to connect with others who have experienced cyberbullying, share their stories, and provide mutual support. Educational workshops conducts workshops for victims and their families on cyberbullying awareness, prevention strategies, and online safety tips. Long-term support. Legal advocacy provide legal assistance and advocacy to victims who wish to pursue legal actions against perpetrators. Social reintegration help victims reveal their social connections and reintegrate into their communities after experiencing a cyberbullying. Empowerment programs develop programs to empower victims to advocate for themselves, build their self-esteem, and challenge harmful online behaviors. New or improved services. Cyberbullying prevention programs implement comprehensive cyberbullying prevention programs in schools and communities to educate students, parents, and educators on the issue. Online reporting platforms. Develop user-friendly online platforms for supporting cyberbullying incidents, making it easier for victims to seek help and authorities for investigate. Digital literacy training. Provide digital literacy training to young people, equipping them with the skills and knowledge to navigate the online world safely and responsibly. Social media platforms and accountability. Advocate for increased accountability from social media platforms to address cyberbullying, including stricter content moderation policies and mechanism reporting abuse.
Strategy to promote better support for cyberbullying victims. This advocacy strategy aims to raise awareness about cyberbullying, promote better support for victims, and advocate for policy changes to address this issue. Steps for implementation. Public awareness campaigns. Launch public awareness campaigns to educate the community about cyberbullying, its impacts, and available resources. Community engagements. Organize community events, workshops, and forums to engage with parents, educators, and community leaders. Fostering dialogue and collaboration. Media advocacy. Engage with media outlets to raise awareness about cyberbullying, share stories of victims, and highlight the need for better support. Policy advocacy. Advocate for policy changes at the local, state, and national levels to strengthening cyberbullying laws, increase funding for victims support services, and hold social media platforms accountable. Policy recommendation. Mandatory cyberbullying prevention programs. Require schools to implement comprehensive cyberbullying prevention programs that educate students, parents, and staff on the issue. Increase funding for victim support services. Allocate more funding for victim support services, including counseling, legal assistance, and online safety resources. Social media platform accountability. Hold social media platforms accountable for addressing cyberbullying on their platforms, including stricter content moderation policies and mechanisms for reporting abuse. Cyberbullying laws. Strengthening cyberbullying laws to criminalize harmful online behaviors, including threats, intimidation, and the distribution of harmful content. In conclusion, cyberbullying is a serious issue with far-reaching consequences for victims. This comprehensive support and advocacy plans aims to address the unique needs of cyberbullying victims, providing immediate short-term and long-term support, while advocating for policy changes to promote a safer and more supportive online environment. By implementing these strategies, we can empower victims to heal, build resilience, and reclaim their lives.